Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustments.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, the post tandem, Adebayo and Ware. Brandon Boston is out there with Jonas. And it's Powell in at the 3 slot. And for Oakland, Clint Capella is out there with Erving. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Hunter. And it's Dort in at the 2. Possessions can end until somebody grabs a rebound. Greg, 2 of the best on the boards are facing off tonight. They prioritize rebounding.
And getting those extra possessions can really break a team's will. When excellent rebounding teams play, everyone has to work a little harder to secure the ball.
Now, here's Adebayo. That shot missing. Got a piece of it. Boston with the ball. Pass to Powell. Here's Jonas. And Boston has it in the corner. Hands it from downtown.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Always good to see the ball go through the net early. You know there's not a lid on that thing.
Now here's Westbrook. Hunter, no one around him. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Powell against Hunter. Powell, the pass to Adebayo. Fade away, and that one good.
Yeah, he's more than just an interior scorer. Adebayo also has a nice jump shot that he will work in there from time to time.
Now, here's Westbrook. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. On the wing, Erving. 6 to shoot. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
3 attempts from the field with nothing to show for it, but they should settle in soon.
To the middle, here's Ware. And that one is hammered home.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
Now here's Westbrook. Oakland again can't hit.
Still nothing after 4 shot attempts. They're desperate to see something fall through the net.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Erving against Adebayo. 16 feet away, and it's Miami with another.
Now, when you start out shooting 80% or better as a team, you start to feel yourself a little bit, and that feeling is good.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I was able to talk with Oakland's head coach for a minute. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Back to you, Kevin.
And Allie, thanks so much. Here's Erving after the Heat pick up 2. Driving to the basket. Here's Dort. Hunter, the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
And for all the talk, Tim, about Lou Dort's defense, how about his growth as a shooter?
Well, I think he understood to get more minutes, he had to be more consistent as a shooter. The defense has always been there, but the steady improvement has come with his three-point shooting, which makes him now an elite 3-and-D wing.
Now, here is Erving. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. That sends Julius Erving into the free throw line. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Julius Erving.
One shot.
One shot.
A great athlete and an even better human being. It's easy to love Julius Erving. What he brings to this team and also what he brings to the community.
Now here's Powell. No scoring in this one, and stolen by Erving. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
So, Greg, offensively for the Miami Heat, there is room for improvement.
Yeah, they realized they were in need of another elite shot creator aside from Tyler Hero. For all his growth, teams had been able to key in on him and dare anyone else to beat him.
And it's tied up with that one. Teams are starting to hit their stride in this early portion of the NBA season, Tim. Do you feel like you've hit your broadcasting rhythm yet?
I'm getting there, Kevin. You're making it easy for me. It's unbelievable. It's like playing with a great point guard for a shooter. You can't make it any easier. I've got my game notes down. I'm feeling good, but honestly, I think it's going to take everybody a few weeks before we really feel like we're in midseason form.
Routine and rhythm are big parts, whether you're broadcasting or, Jim, on the floor.
Boy, Kevin, that is so true.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You know, it seemed like once it went to overtime, the confidence from both teams just really seemed to go in opposite directions. And unfortunately for them, they were on the wrong side of that equation.
Different look for Oakland. Vucevic checked in for Capella, and Brogdon subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Pass to Jovic. Good ball movement here by the Heat. They need this. Good D by Erving.
Well, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
Now, here's Hunter. He's coming off a 10-point game against Golden State.
And he also picked up 3 steals, really making an impact at both ends. Using all of that size to create leverage and rip down that board.
Where his shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Outside Erving. Outside, Dort. Pass to Hunter. And here is Erving. Here's Jovic. Scoreless thus far. Boston, no good. Brogdon outside. Back to Erving. It's good.
It's not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Oh, the lob to Erving. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. The Heat trail by 4. Pass to Powell. Now, Boston. He had a 15-point outing in their last game again.
But he also had an impact as a facilitator, generating offense for others.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
He gets that one. Erving's got 14.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Powell feeling it out a bit to the paint. Has to Ware. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Malcolm Brogdon. Oakland leading by 4. Down low. It's intercepted. Here's Powell. Out to the right wing. Here's Jonas. Oakland grabs the miss. This game against Miami here, their first look at the Heat.
And in their 2 matchups last season, they came up empty both times. Not really too shocking when you see how they fared overall. And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Oakland. Luke Kennard comes in for George. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Oakland, fourth in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top 3.
You know, for Oakland, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, this is kind of where we expected them to be. They're a very good team, maybe even great, but they are still one level below the very top.
Just 2 to shoot. Powell. And it's off the back rim. No good. Oakland leading by 6. Here's Erving. And the slam dunk by Erving.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that?
Guys, you can see how he just gets these leak outs. And once he gets out the open court, it's almost impossible to stop him, man. Once he gets the hit of steam going.
Pass to Jovic. Here's Jonas. He's guarded by Brogdon. That's a 2 from Powell. Wares tips it back in. Wares got 8 points.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4-5.
Now here's Brogdon. He's covered closely. Thybulle, the pass to Vucevic. To Kennard. Back to Vucevic. There's Erving. It's rebounded by Jovic. The Heat trail by 6. Here's Jonas. He's guarded by Brogdon. And out of bounds as Oakland gains possession.
And a moment to see numbers for Powell. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively, and he has provided points pretty much every time they've needed him.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Jaime Jaquez comes in for Brandon Boston. And Smith subbed in for Jonas.
Look at Brogdon rewarding his man. Got the screen and then able to find him on that pocket pass.
Pass to Powell. Back to Jaquez. Over Thybulle. Jaquez can't hit. Oakland leading by 8. And here is Brogdon. 9 points last game. Pass to Vucevic. Shoots over Wynn. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Now Jaquez. Defended by Thybulle. Shoots a fader. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for Oakland. Now, here's Thybulle. Brogdon kicks to Kennard. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 3 assists now in this one. And the former Rookie of the Year, Malcolm Brogdon. Now a heady veteran, Tim, and always helping.
Yeah, Kevin, this is a 6th-man winner back in 2023. And not to mention, he also won the Citizenship Award. Just an incredible career for the former 2nd-round pick.
Out of bounds as Oakland keeps possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for the Heat. Fontecchio's coming in for Powell. Now, here's Brogdon. Hasn't made one yet. Inside, here's Erving, and Dr. J slams it in.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
And it's the Heat with the ball. After the basket by Oakland on the other end.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Now, here's Erving. He's got 22. Pass to Kennard. Trying to find Erving. He's got it now. And Erving throws it down.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Plenty of space. Jovic, no good.
And that leaves his coach scratching his head because you can't get a better look than that.
Pass to Erving. He gets it up, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Oakland, 13 points up at the end of the period. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Man, he moved just like Julius, doesn't he?
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for Oakland.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
Brogdon out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Jordan in at the center. And for the Heat, we've got Jaime Jaquez. He's out there with Riley. Fontecchio is out there with Sharp. And it's Jovic in at the 4. Oakland leading by 13. Brogdon outside. Pass to Bogdanovich. And here is Jordan. Defended by Sharp. Vader on the way. The shot by Jordan, no good.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
Jaquez with the bucket.
Yeah, that's nice right there. Big man points in the paint for Jaquez.
And Oakland shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Ball stolen. Riley against Kennard. Jaquez outside. Here's Jovic. He's covered by Hachimura. Jovic, no good. For Oakland, they won their last contest, that game against Golden State.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
The key when you go into a hostile territory is play with a purpose and stay true to your game plan. That's what they did.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Guys, back to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Now, here's Kennard. Following the miss shot by Bogdanovich. Latre drills it from outside.
And this is why Bogdanovich has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him.
Riley passes it to Sharp. Here's Jaquez. He's guarded by Brogdon. Back to Sharp. Doubled by Bogdanovich. Pass to Riley. Jaquez against Brogdon. Jaquez can't hit. Oakland leading by 11. Here's Kennard. Brogdon looking around. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Oakland needs to get off a shot here. Brogdon gets to Bogdanovich. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And some changes here for the Heat. Adebayo is checked in for Sharp. Brandon Boston comes in for Riley. And it's Jonas in for Fontecchio. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Adebayo against Jordan. Fires from 14. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. Adebayo's got his second bucket tonight. Now, here's Brogdon. Nothing on the board. High post, Jordan. To the middle. Here's Hachimura. Good, and it's Jordan picking up the assist. And Oakland leads by 11.
And the confidence Hachimura has in himself, knows he can score from this area when given the chance.
Austin the pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Now here's Jordan. And the foul on Kasper Jonas. That'll be his second foul of the game. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. Heat also with the sub. Ware's checked in. Kennard kicks to Bogdanovich. Outside Westbrook. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bogdanovich passes to Kennard. Good work there as it goes. Kennard's got 5 points so far.
Drawing those defenders to the lane creates space on the perimeter. Beautiful look.
Pass to Adebayo. Double team on Adebayo. He had a nice open look right there. He has 5.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Here's Westbrook. Got a hand on it. Jordan against Hawkins. Right wing. Here's Jonas. And the 3 off target. Oakland leading by 8. Finished off by Westbrook.
Changing ends. Westbrook just moves at a different speed than everyone else. And he runs hard all the time.
Here's Jonas. He has yet to score. Adebayo with the screen on Bogdanovich. Hawkins the pass to Ware. Now here's Adebayo. He's covered by Hachimura. Bogdanovich against Hawkins. Nailed from 3-point land.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Pass to Hachimura. Outside Bogdanovich. Back to Hachimura. Outside Bogdanovich. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
The ball goes to Miami.
And here's a look at what's coming up for Oakland. On Monday, they'll take on Zion Williamson. Then on Wednesday,
Dr. J and Isaiah getting ready to tangle.
And for that game against San Antonio, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away.
Got a good one going here, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying it.
But I'd be shocked if they don't come out.
Team J opened up kind of fast, but now it's kind of a half-court grinded out game right now.
Hunter comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Dort in for Kennard. And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Oakland. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
On defense, Oakland. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Back to Powell. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, my goodness. 2 2 loud points for Bam.
Oakland leading by 5. You know, the Heat play in a glamour market, but Tim, Adebayo's game is all about substance.
Well, he has been the heart and soul of this team for a long time. A former mid-first-round pick, and he has turned himself into an all-star.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Erving against Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Back to Powell. The Heat need to get a shot off. Here's Jonas. Off target with his 3.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
So it's Miami now. After Julius Erving's miss, here's Boston. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Hunter, no good. The Heat trail by 7. And Boston has it in the corner. His 3-pointer's off the mark. For Oakland, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter.
And I'll tell you what, few forwards have ever had that lightning first step.
Man, I'm telling you, man. Oh, no. Good D, my doctor. Here he comes.
It's a missed opportunity.
Here comes the doctor. Determined. He lost the ball.
And it's Oakland.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, when you have the lead, ball security is everything. Just focus on each trip up the floor.
Here's Boston. He has 7. Left side, Adebayo. Where, no good. Oakland leading by 11. Dort with the ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Erving. Over Adebayo. No good from Erving. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Powell against Hunter to end the cold streak. The shot by Jonas, no good. Oakland has gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Hunter finds Erving. Now Westbrook. Pass to Hunter.
2 minutes remaining.
Now George takes the 3. Hits it from 3-point range. George's got the lead up to 14 now for Oakland.
And the 3-point shot wasn't always there for Dort, but he's put in a ton of work on it, and it shows.
And here's Adebayo. Now Ware. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
And he was a force on the glass. Absolutely dominant.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Outside Westbrook. Out to the wing. Capella dishes to Erving. And the layup's good off the glass. Erving's got 30.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
Here's Adebayo. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here's Westbrook. And here is Erving. Over Adebayo. Erving misses. The Heat trail by 14. Pass to Jonas. And the wing jumper offline.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Now, here's Erving. 30 points in the game.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Adebayo with this screen on Westbrook. Jonas, and he was able to put it up in time.
Man, I love the way, dude. I love the way Dr. J dunks, man. He's, oh man, he is so entertaining, man. The little antics he does. That, like, no, people don't move like that. He has that 70s. You know how guys dunk back in the 70s? That long, winded. People don't dunk like this anymore. with the hand all back, the foot coming out. That was a pretty good play, by the way, too. I'm on a little twist around. Swung it back up to Westbrook on a twist, double pick, and then catch it. Again, this is the modern era, guys. They didn't do this stuff in Doc's day. Bringing guys up from the top. Usually when you were posted up, you stayed posted up. You just stayed down there. I mean, that's what you did back in Doc's day. They didn't do stuff like this, but now you see him with his ability, his agility, double screens. Look at all that lane. It's over. It's over right there. It's Dr. J coming to the head of his team. You got no chance. No chance. Boom.
Through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Oakland leads by 16. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
And for their matchup with the Mavericks, on paper, these teams are pretty even. So what will be the determining factor there, Ernie? I'm not sure, but they got to avoid mental errors.
Shaq, you agree with Kenny?
Not on most things, but this case, yeah,
maybe.
Yes.
It took you too long.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for Oakland.
The key stat here is rebounding. They're way ahead in that category. They've been the far more physical team, Shaq.
Elbow sandwiches with some extra mayo on the side. Yum, yum.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Tell you, man, Dr. J playing power forward, man. It's just in the modern era, it's not fair. It's just not fair.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic from Dr. J, Julius Erving so far.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Oakland. DeAndre Hunter out there with Erving. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's George in at the two-guard spot. Outside Erving. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up on the wing. And it's Miami with the rebound. Ware's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And for Miami, the post tandem, Adebayo and Ware. Jonas is out there with Brandon Boston. And it's Powell in at the 3.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Now, here's George. Well, you often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Drake, and some say this is the peak.
Half-court offense having a tough time here in the start of the second half here.
Not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky is really the limit.
Pass to Adebayo. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Boston. He locks up the alley-oop pass and stolen by Hunter. Knocked away. It's stolen by Adebayo. Here's Jonas. He's covered by Westbrook. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Boston. Out to Powell. Here's Jonas. Just 4 to shoot. Over Erving. The shot by Jonas, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
The Heat trail by 14. Pass to Adebayo. To the inside. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Well, he's been aggressive from the start, and as a result, it's all come together tonight for Bam offensively.
Westbrook passes to Hunter. Capella sets a screen for Hunter. Back to Westbrook. It's tipped. Here's Jonas. He's covered by Westbrook. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Oakland leading by 12. Erving drives in. And here we go. Fast break. Powell's got it.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Norman Powell. Shooting 1.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Westbrook with it. Pass to Capella. Back to Westbrook. Can they get it? Oakland again can't hit.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
And their all-around play has been the key to chipping away at this deficit.
Now, here is Erving. He's got 32. Over Adebayo. Oakland again can't hit.
At this point, they might need to try something different. Over to start the half.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Bam Adebayo is big time. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, the way he's worked over the years to add to his game has been incredible. He's one of the best passers on the team, and he's not afraid to take the shot in a big moment. He cares deeply about improving, and you see it in the results of his work. Guys?
High praise indeed. Allie, we thank you very much. Capella, the pass to Erving. Just 5 on the clock. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball call.
Here's Boston. He's covered by Westbrook. Boston, no good.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go.
And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the 4 without question. And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
In this league, you run whenever you can. It's so much easier to score in transition.
Here's Erving, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Oakland.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Oakland making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off. when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before them, for sure. Here's what Oakland's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Capella, and it's Luke Kennard in for George. Shot is good, and the Oakland lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Ware. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Oakland. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Vucevic. Now Hunter. He's defended by Ware. Clock at 6. Now here's Jones. Defense right on him. Kennard's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Boston has it in the corner. Lets the three fly. Hunter grabs the miss. Hunter's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, it's not only been a rough quarter for him, but he's actually had a negative impact on his team's overall performance.
Adebayo high post from 18 feet away. And another basket for Miami.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Jones. Still scoreless. Hunter kicks to Kennard. Oakland again can't hit. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Boston the pass to Adebayo. Shoots the 3. Julius Erving comes up with the rebound. Hunter on the wing. Guarded by Powell. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Great look, but off the mark. Boston bounce pass. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Cuts off the pass. Kennard kicks to Erving. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Norman Powell. He's shooting free throws, number 4 and 5 here.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
First one falls for him. A different look for Oakland. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Hunter. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Tyus Jones. And Miami also making a switch. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Adebayo. Both free throws good for Erving. And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
The rotations right now are just not good enough. That's going to be a problem defensively all night.
Oakland making a switch here. Hachimura is checked in. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
The Heat trail by 8. Pass to Jonas. Back to Powell. Five on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the three-pointer. Powell's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Now Brogdon hasn't made one yet. And here is Hachimura. Pass to Kennard. From deep. A three-pointer is right on target. And Oakland leads by 8.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Now here's Powell. He has 6. Boston with the ball. It's stolen by Hachimura. Now, here's Kennard. He's got 8, and no good. Here's Jonas. To the paint. Here's Jovic. And he stops it. What a pass to set him up.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
Here's Kennard. Following the score by Miami. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, it's Brogdon. Shoots over Jonas. The shot by Brogdon, no good. The Heat trail by 6. Here's Boston. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Just hasn't been his night so far, and if he's unable to find his rhythm, this might be a long night for them. And with 4 fouls now, he has to be very careful.
And one of the most underrated bigs in the NBA, Vucevic quietly dominates on a consistent basis.
At the line for Oakland, Nikola Vucevic. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that 3-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes. And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
And the key is attacking before the defense gets set.
Here's Jaquez. He's got 8. And now the fast break, Brogdon with the ball. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
On the wing, Jaquez. Down low, Adebayo, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Heat shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line right here.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
Well, Bam Adebayo is an accomplished veteran. He's a proven winner who loves to compete. He's made multiple finals appearances, and he has a gold medal in that trophy case.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Oakland. And no good on the 2nd free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
And attitude plays such a big role in Adebayo's game. This guy is a worker. Doesn't mind getting his hands dirty if it means getting his team ahead.
Fontecchio down low. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Now Vucevic. And here is Brogdon. Picked by Vucevic. Brogdon the pass to Vucevic. It's blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. As touched by Charlotte. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Sinks the triple. Bogdanovich has got 6.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Hachimura against Adebayo. Sharp with a screen on Hachimura. Adebayo, that's a 2-point.
Man. Bam Adebayo with the pure jumper.
It takes an incredible amount of focus and concentration. That's making the most of the possession.
And so it's Oakland up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm. Assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, he knows it's a team effort. It's about finding the best shot, not just his shot.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. We've got Rui Hachimura. Bogdan Bogdanovic is out there with Brogdon. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3 spot. Hachimura against Adebayo. 5 to shoot. Here's Bogdanovic. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now, here's Adebayo. Inside, here's Hackett. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. Adebayo's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Brogdon against Smith. Jordan a screen on Smith. Pass to Hachimura. From past the arc. The rebound by Sharp. The Heat trail by 12. To the middle. A fadeaway. Oakland grabs the miss. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Bogdanovic finds Brogdon. Here he goes. Pops it up for Jordan. No good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, the timing was a little bit off, and it forced the miss.
And no doubt, they'd love to see.
Go away quickly if he does break. Quarter now. Pass to Bogdanovic. Fontecchio with it. The lead now in single digits.
Their interior.
Now here's Brogdon. Bogdanovic wide open. Money from the wing. And Oakland leads by 10.
A dead-eye shooter. Bogdan working off the pass there.
Smith the pass to Hawkes. Goes up on the high post. Oakland grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Brogdon outside. Oh, that's blocked. And he stays with it. Goes back up. And he sinks the layup. Brogdon's got his first basket.
Captain of the ship at guard. Brogdon recognized the time ticking down and took full advantage.
Here's Adebayo. He gets it in there.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep beating him. That's just great coaching.
Bogdanovic against Hackett. Baseline jumper. Miami grabs the miss. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Well, Well, if he gets an opportunity to throw one down, he is going to take it every time.
Time called here. Oakland decides to talk it over. Changing it up here. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Oakland's coach address his team. He said, this is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up. He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you for that.
Watching the trajectory on a floater never gets old. One of the most fun ways to score that this league has.
Has to wear. Here's Jonas. To the inside. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Jordan. And then Erving slams it in.
Well, Dort makes the smart play there. He spots a wide-open shooter and just gets him the ball.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. And here are the Heat now, down by 12. Powell outside. Adebayo deciding where to go with it. Pass to Jonas. 6 on the shot clock. Over Westbrook. The shot by Jonas, no good. Oakland leading by 12. Here's Westbrook. Swiped it away. Now Boston. Good ball movement here by the Heat. The 3. Oakland grabs the miss. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Miami no good on that time either.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
And Dr. J slams it in.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Powell outside. Adebayo passes to Powell. Here's Jonas. 5 on the clock. Has to wear. They can't stop the run with that one. Oakland leading by 16. Here's Dort. Great D that time from Adebayo. Miami's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Now Boston. Fires from the wing. And that's good for 2. 22 points for Bam Adebayo.
And how about Adebayo kicking it into high gear offensively?
Westbrook passes to Erving. Outside, Jordan. Oh, the lob to Erving. It's stolen by Adebayo. Erving up top. He's guarded by Adebayo. Back to Erving. Outside, Dort. Back to Erving. 4 on the shot clock. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Erving's got 47 points.
Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can make.
Pass to Boston. To the paint, and stolen by Jordan. Now, here is Erving. It's stolen by Adebayo. Powell down low. He's covered by Westbrook. It's stolen by Thibault. Outside, Dort. Here's Erving. Good on the bucket. Erving's got 49 points in the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
And get the three.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage.
He got it again. Sensational.
Once again, he's hit the 50-point mark as he continues to be a force of nature this season.
This performance, GA, has tied him for third most 50-point games in a season. He keeps just delivering one great performance after another.
I can't believe he has matched Kobe's 10 games of 50 points. Just shows the level of greatness we are witnessing this season.
Here's Erving, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 4 assists in the game. Powell outside.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Has to Ware. Powell outside. To halt the run. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Erving. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And so it's Powell who brings up the ball for the Heat. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Oakland.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off. Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
Here's Adebayo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
That's on Julius Erving.
Team foul.
Oh, that is a smart move there by Bam. It's so hard for defenders not to bite on that shot fake.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls, and Oakland going with the whole new group out on the floor. And a new group in for the Heat. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Khalil Ware. Johnson comes in for Powell. Simone Fontecchio, he's checked in for Brandon Boston. And it's Jaime Jaquez in for Jonas. And Adebayo drops them both. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jaquez against Jones. Now Hunter. Pass to Sensabaugh. 3 on the clock. And it's tonight. And they'll keep possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Here's Adebayo. So it's Oakland picking up the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. And now, our player of the game, Julius Erving.
Oh, man, they just totally took them apart, bro. Man, 34 fast break points, most of it by Doc. Man, Dr. J at that power forward spot is something else. I don't know what you do. Like, man, both teams, man, look at that. Both teams have 14 steals, though, man, because both that up-tempo style, you have a lot of turnovers, but you make it up, though, because you get it right back. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like fast break. What's that one thing you do with your, I can't think of the name of it, but you guys get what I'm getting at. Let's see what the splits were like. It was fairly, well, opened up really good in the first. They got back into it in the second. Then they won the third quarter. Then Dr. J came in. They got shut down defensively. They couldn't do anything in the fourth, and Doc just took the game over, just destroying Ian Badejo. He had 24 points. He had a good game. He had a pretty good game, but man, he couldn't keep up with Doc in transition, man. Doc was just, again, he hit 37 shots, most of it right at the basket, man. Most of it just transition buckets. Ridiculous. Let's take a look here. Look at that, right? He just crossed the guy over, found this dude there, Stephen Hunter. Another transition bucket. Rebound. Bounce pass to Thibault. Defensive play, rebound. That's pretty much the story there, guys. Although, let's give a shout out to the Kennard. The bench mob came in pretty good. 10 points by Bogdanovich and Kennard. They went for four threes between those two. Dort with a 3. He had 5 points, some good defense, 8 assists. Stephen Hunter, yeah, it's just a good, solid team, man. So let's take a look and see how Team J is doing after this win. Let's see here. Standings. Team J at 11-4 now. Creeping up on the Mambas, Kobe. Yeah, but look down there, look below though at the Dream. The Dream are steadily falling behind, man. They keep in mind, Akeem Olajuwon has been playing the entire season hurt, and they're just falling behind, man. They have got to catch up because you guys know how it is in the NBA, man. Once you get out to that first month, it's almost impossible to catch the upper echelon teams. Once they get that, you get about 8 games behind, you're never going to catch up. And you're going to find yourself with the riding in with no home court advantage in the playoffs, maybe even a play-in tournament game. You don't want that, bro. You don't want them problems. Well, we'll see how it goes for those guys. But Team Dr. J doing work here. They've won 2 games in a row. They had a little bad spat a week ago where they lost 3 games in a row, but they've gotten back since then. And yeah, they're doing good. But they got a tough stretch though coming up for them. Look at this. They've just played Miami. The next game for Team J, they play against Isaiah Thomas's Bad Boys, the best defense in the NBA. Then they got Golden State again. Then they got a pretty off game again. They should be able to win that. Then they got Wembanyama twice back-to-back. And then the Pistons. And then you got Kobe. And then you got LeBron and Luka. And then they face the Dream. They face Akeem Olajuwon 3 times in the span of what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got Akeem Olajuwon 3 times in 6 days. Yikes. And Akeem should be healthy by that time. So their season's getting ready to pick up here for Team J. We're going to find out what they're made of here coming up soon. They started off the season hot. Remember, they started off the season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They even beat Team Kareem right there. That's Team Kareem. They beat them by 3 points in a thriller. If you guys missed that one, that's in the playlist. You can go check that one out. Then the Magic. And then after that, they just had 3 of the most embarrassing losses. They couldn't get the ball inbounded here against the Portland Trailblazers and lost by 2 points. Then they got blown out by Kevin Durant, and the boys just blew them out. They were never in the game, blew them out. And then they went out to Orlando in the back-to-back and got blown out. Then they came back and bounced back in a thriller against Phoenix. That was a hell of a game. And then they got it going up against the Pistons. They just blew the Pistons out. And then blew out the Lakers. And then they got their butts kicked by Magic Johnson in Showtime. And then they beat the Golden State Warriors here in a thriller NBA Cup game. And you just saw them beat the Miami Heat. So that's where they're at now. So pushing things forward, that's the story with Oakland and Dr. J. Let's see who's up next here on the Daily View. I believe it's Kobe. I think 2006 Kobe Bryant's up next. For those that may have missed it, Shaq and Wilt played already. That game's in my playlist right now. You can find it on my channel under NBA Legends in the Modern Era Ultimate Season Showdown playlist. If you missed that game, it was good. Wilt Chamberlain putting in a hell of a performance. Go check it out. If the Diesel and him went to war. But coming up next is going to be Kobe Bryant going to Clipperland to take on Kawhi Leonard and James Harden. Should be a good one. Oh my, it's going to be good. Ooh, the Black Mamba. The Black Mamba going out to L.A. Let's get those purple unis on there. There we go. Match those shoes. Mamba going out to Clipperland to take on Kawhi and James Harden. Should be a good one. Let's take a quick view of see how their season's going over here. Let's get their highlighted here. Team Mamba sitting at 12-5, 70% of the season, a game and a half out of first place, chasing after Team Diesel for that number 1 spot. So they're doing pretty good. However, they had a little bit of trouble the last week. Remember, they just played Team Diesel 2 days ago, and Team Diesel, Shaq dominated. Shaq had 60 points in this game. Totally dominated Team Mamba inside. 60 points and 28 rebounds. But since that time, they bounced back against the Charlotte Hornets, and now they're getting ready to take on the LA Clippers. Team Mamba's been doing good, man. Of all the legend teams that they've played Shaq, a legend team. They actually beat, oh my God, this one right here was a thriller. This game went to overtime. This was the greatest defensive overtime game I've ever seen in my life. Look at that finish, 81-77, and it went to overtime, y'all. And it wasn't because it was bad offense. It was great defense on both sides, man. It was a war, man. Isaiah Thomas and Kobe Bryant just, man, battling to the night defensively. And the other legend team they faced was Team J up here. They beat them to start the season. So as far as the legend teams are concerned, Team Mamba is, what is that? Pistons there. So they're 1-2 against legend teams. They've lost to Dr. J. They lost to Team Shaq, but they beat the Bad Boys, who everybody, remember, the Bad Boys were undefeated at that point. So that was a big win for them. But then they came right back and lost to the Toronto Raptors of all teams. So, and then they put on a nice little win streak there. So, but yeah, guys, that's a quick little recap what's going on. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at how Kobe individually is doing. I believe he's a number 2 scorer. No, he's number 3. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and take a look at the league leaders right now in statistics before we go ahead and end this stream. Where's that at? Somewhere around here. Here it is. Okay. Dr. J, as you just saw, leading the league in points per game with 53 points per game. Remember, we're still early, 15 games played now. We're still early in the season. I expect that to come down some. I don't know. The way that they have him deployed as a power forward, I don't see that coming down because it's not like he's scoring all of his points in the half court. Most of all his points are just coming in transition. Whereas Michael Jordan is a totally different story, man. Michael's just Michael. He's averaging 50 in the most gridlock defensive. Like most of all Jordan's points comes in the half court. It is amazing watching Michael Jordan operate in half court situations. Like he goes against some of the I don't know how the man does it. And he doesn't even shoot threes. I think he doesn't even qualify. He doesn't even take any. I think he takes like maybe one a game, maybe. He takes one a game. And yet he's averaging 50 here in the modern era. Let's take a look at Michael's take a look at some of his shot distribution. Michael in the modern era right now around the basket's averaging 78% on paint shots. And his mid-range composite, he's shooting around 57% from mid-range altogether. 64% on the right side. From 20 feet, he's shooting 64% from that deep middle. Killing it. He is killing the NBA from mid-range, man. Killing it. Everybody's saying the mid-range is the tough. Oh, it's a low percentage shot. It depends on who's shooting it. It depends on who's, you know what I'm saying? It depends on who's shooting it. So George shooting 57% from the mid-range in this season, man. It's ridiculous. Anyway, got Kobe here's number 3 scorer. Wilt right there, number 4. Larry Bird right there at 37 points. Kareem holding it down there. The Chef Curry's up here with Shaq just underneath him and Olajuwon, as I said before, playing injured. He's giving you 34 and 17 on the season while playing hurt. So when Dream gets back to being normal, I suspect we're going to see some big performances from him. Anthony Edwards right there. He's got a little bit of a nagging injury. He'll be back soon, 2 weeks. But with that, guys, I'm going to bring this stream to an end, and I'd let you know you can get ready to see Team Mamba going up against the Los Angeles Clippers as they seek to push their record to 11-4 and get within one game of Team Diesel for the number 1 spot in the NBA. And with that, I will say good night to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please give the video a like. And if you missed anything, feel free to go check out my channel and check out the playlist for all the games we compiled in chronological order, along with descriptions and playlists in each video to keep you guys up to date for storylines and statistics, and to keep you guys just up with what's going on game to game in case you miss. And also remember, guys, if you see a fire emoji by any of the games, it means the game was a barn burner. Okay? It's definitely worth a watch. I'm not going to put it on everyone because this was a pretty fun game to watch, but it wasn't a barn burner. It's fun to watch Julius do his thing, but it wasn't a barn burner. All the barn burner games will have emojis when it's just, a knockdown, drag out, point for point situation. But with that said, guys, I will see you guys next time. Have a good night, and I'll see you later. Peace.